What's up everyone, this is Julian. I'm back here with another video. Sorry it's been quite some time since I made a video. A lot of life updates and stuff in the way. Yeah, just all that stuff. But yeah, I'm here and I'm back again with a Master League Classic team actually. I know I haven't really been posting any Go Battle League battles lately. Again, as I said, been a little bit busy. Just haven't been able to have a lot of time to play some Go Battle League. But here I am back again with another video, again with the Master League Classic team. It's a bit of a off-meta team, one I wouldn't really actually recommend running, but I had some fun running this team. Had a couple positive sets with this team, but recently I just had a bit of hitting a wall. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase this team to you guys, and I would actually recommend running a fire type in the lead as opposed to a ground type. That way you can have coverage against the new grass types that are around, like Zarug and stuff like that. But anyway, here's the team. It's going to be Garchomp in the lead. This is a Mudshot variant, and it's running Earth Power, which is now a legacy move, and Outrage. So again, Earth Power, you'll need a Elite Charge TM to teach it to Garchomp now. And then I have Gyarados and Milotic in the back, two water types. Both with different coverage moves. The Gyarados has Waterfall with Crunch and Outrage. You could actually run it with Aqua Tail, is probably better because you can get to it a little bit quicker. But for mine, I didn't have an extra Elite Charge TM, so I have mine with Crunch and Outrage. And then I have Milotic in the back as well with Dragon Tail. You can actually also run this with Waterfall instead, but I felt like I would have lost some important coverages if I had Waterfall on my Milotic as well, so that's why I ran this one with Dragon Tail. And the same thing you can also say with Gyarados. You could run Gyarados with Dragon Breath or Dragon Tail as well, which Dragon Tail actually is an Elite Fast TM that's needed for the Gyarados. So either way, it's up to you, but again, the premise of this team is a double water team. Again, you can run. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into these battles here. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And like I mentioned before, this isn't really a meta team that I would recommend running. So yeah, here we go. Garchomp on lead versus a Mewtwo. So I don't really have a good response to a Mewtwo here. So I'll try to stay in here as the Garchomp and get as much damage off as I can. And of course the Mewtwo will be going for Side Strike first. So Side Strike will hit Garchomp with quite a bit of damage. So I'm going to farm up just a little bit more. Go for an Earth Power here and see what the Mewtwo wants to do. So yeah, it's going to come in with the Earth Power. Does a lot of damage. And I'm going to swap and catch the next Side Strike onto my Gyarados, and I'm going to no-shield this and see what the opponent wants to do here in this case. So again, Side Strike comes in, hits Gyarados with a lot of damage, so the Mewtwo actually stays in for some reason, and I'm able to farm it down with a lot of energy. And the opponent decides to come in here with their Kyogre, which is actually not too bad. So I want to see it. So I'm going to go for a Crunch bait here, which in hindsight I could just be throwing Outrage, but Crunch is going to do some decent damage here in the Kyogre, and it gets the defense drop too, which is very nice. I'm not able to make it to another Crunch, which is unfortunate, so I'm actually now going to come into my Milotic and start farming. Now the Kyogre will be throwing a Surf here. They're a little bit over 6 waterfalls, so Surf won't do too much damage here on the Milotic, and then Dragon Tails will really start to add up here, and I do sneak a Dragon Tail through there on that one, which is very nice for me. This should be another Surf, which is fine. I'm going to let the Milotic soak up some of the damage here, and then I am able to farm down the Kyogre there, which is nice. So they come in with the Metagross, and yeah, this is where I'm going to be throwing some Surfs here. So I'm going to throw one here, and the Metagross shields. So I'm going to be throwing another couple of Dragon Tails, and then going for another Surf Now these surfs will really start to chunk away at the Metagross, even though they won't do too much. And then the only other problem here is that the Dragon Tails are resisted, so they won't be doing too much at all to the Metagross. So I'm going to be going for yet another surf here, doing some more chip damage here to this Metagross. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that, and I recognize that I can't, I don't want to farm down, so I do want to swap into Garchomp right away, and then get off Surf Power to get the shield. So at this point, it's a race really, and then I am able to successfully one-shot down this Metagross and get it with a good game. Well played, my opponent. Alright, and now moving on to battle number 2. Alright, so Garchomp into Groudon. So this is actually an okay lead, but I'm going to swap out into my Milotic and see what they want to do. And actually be a Palkia, which is very nice here. So Palkia is going to take some damage against with these Dragon Tails, which is nice. Now I'm going to be throwing a Surf, which in hindsight is a pretty big mistake for me. I don't think I should have been throwing the Surfs, but I do get a shield and a CMP, and I get a Dragon Tail here, which is nice. So I shield here just in case, but I shouldn't have really shielded. That was a mistake on my side, and I know that this is another Aqua Tail, and I am able to sneak another Dragon Tail, which is very nice. So another Aqua Tail comes through, so I'm able to Dragon Tail down this Palkia, and literally with 1 HP left. So this next move was actually a little bit of a mistake, but that's fine. So I actually throw a Blizzard, and the Groudon does come back in. This is okay. The Blizzard will be getting the last shield from the Groudon, and I'm going to go down here. And now I can comfortably come in with my Gyarados, because my Gyarados is Waterfall, and it will completely wall the Groudon. Anything it throws, Earthquake or Fire Punch, it's not really going to do too much there, and Mudshots do basically nothing. If it were the Dragon Tail variant of Groudon, it might have put in a tiny bit more pressure with the Dragon Tail damage, but here in this case, there's really nothing that the opponent can do to me. So they do swap onto a Zekrom, but I have a perfect response to that, which is Garchomp. So that's good for me. Now the Zekrom is going to throw a move. I'm afraid it was the Outrage, but they actually throw a Wild Charge. So what I'm going to try to do here is build up a little bit more energy and then throw the Earth Power. So that way I have some residual damage to residual energy actually to threaten the Groudon again. So at this point the Groudon is forced to go for Earthquake, and I go for an Outrage here, which does quite a lot of damage but not enough to KO. And again I still have Gyarados in the back, so this is basically a good game. And that's pretty much it. And the Groudon has to throw Earthquake, because again Fire Punch wouldn't be enough to take me out. So yeah, basically Earthquake's coming through and taking out the Garchomp, but again Gyarados in the back while Waterfall takes out the Groudon. That's a good game. Well played to my opponent. Alright, moving on to the next opponent. Okay, so we have Garchomp in the lead versus Dialga. This is where you want to see it. Alright, but then the only problem with this Dialga lead is okay, and then the opponent swaps into a Palkia. So again, I have my Milotic, but this time they were running Dragon Breath, which with the pressure is a little bit more oppressive. And so I do decide to shield this just in case, and again it was an Aqua Tail. So yeah, I'm going to start firing away these Surfs, which again isn't really going to do a lot against the Palkia because of its quad resistance to water type attacks. So I try to farm down, which I think, and I shouldn't have shield. I don't shield this, and I am able to get another 2 Dragon Tails in. But I do wanted to try to keep switch here, and I think this might have cost me the game. So yeah, I shielded Aqua Tail again, which is unfortunate. But the Palkia goes down, and then Dialga comes back in. But at this point, with no shields, I'm pretty much at a very bad advantage. So what's coming up next? I'm going to wait the clock, and I'm going to come back in with the Garchomp and try to catch a move, and I do catch a move, which is good. So I catch the Iron Head on the Gyarados, which is nice. But unfortunately, since my Gyarados is Waterfall, I can't really do too much to the Dialga, and then of course 2 shields. So the Crunch gets shielded, and of course the Dialga will farm me down and get to a move against Garchomp, and that's going to be a good game. Nothing I can do there. Good game. Well played to my opponent there. Yeah, well played. Alright, moving on. So Garchomp into Lugia. This is actually not the greatest lead for me, so I'm going to swap into Gyarados here. And then I bait out a Dialga. So yeah, again, this team kind of struggles against Dialga in the back. But then I can go for Outrage here and see what the opponent wants to do. So Outrage is going to do some good damage here against the Dialga. And I decide to no shield then at this point, since Iron Head won't take me out, but then the Dialga will get more farm and I can't take it out, so I do lose switch there. Alright, so I do come in with Milotic this time, and then try to farm down here. Dialga will be throwing a move. I'm going to let it go. Hopefully Milotic can handle what's in the back here, so they go for an Iron Head, which is okay. A little bit of chip damage, so Milotic has enough for a Surf, and they bring back in their Lugia. And then I'm going to try to go for the Blizzard here. So I actually do bait with the Surf. So let's see what they want to do here. Get the shield, which is good. So it's another couple more Dragon Tails to get to the Blizzard. I do sneak one through, which is great, so I'm going to try to get the next Blizzard off against the Lugia. And they go for a Sky Attack, which still would have taken me out. And they have an Excadrill, so I'm going to bring in my Garchomp right now, since I know my Milotic will have some play against it. We'll have to eat a Drill Run here, which isn't ideal. But we'll do a good chunk of damage here. I'm going to try to build up, farm up as much as I can, throw this Earth Power here against the Excadrill. And take it out or get a shield. So I do get the shield, which is fine. So now the Excadrill has a move. We'll probably have to shield it, but I think that might have been a mistake from my point of view here. So I think what I should have done is to actually no shield that, since I might have been able to get to a move. But anyway, this game was actually really close, so I am able to take out the Excadrill, which is great. But these Dragon Tails will really chunk away, and they do throw a Sky Attack here. And then I think the Lugia at this point is already at 2 Sky Attacks. So unfortunately for me, Milotic loses CMP. Or no, Milotic does get to the Blizzard, actually. So it's not over yet. So the Blizzard gets some heavy damage on Lugia. Doesn't quite take it out. So hopefully I can get to the Surf in time. but I lose CMP unfortunately, so literally with like 1 HP I almost had the win there, but good game, really really close one. Well played to my opponent there. Alright, moving on to the final battle.
Je serai le président de tous les Français.
Alright. Okay, so we have Mudshot Garchomp into a Mudshot Garchomp. So yeah, no, Garchomp Mirror is actually a little bit trickier. So luckily they have Mudshot. So if they were Dragon Tail, the fast move pressure would have been more, but then what's it called? But then the charge move is, you know, depends. So in this case, I lose CMP tie, and they go for Outrage, and I also go for Outrage here. So I'm gonna go for my own Outrage. Hopefully this will get the shield, which it does. So I'm gonna farm up to the next Outrage here, and then so then I'm gonna catch it onto the Milotic. I caught the Outrage there. Yeah, so Mudshot again generates energy pretty quite well. Dragon Tail applies a lot of fast move pressure, or damage pressure. So they do try to catch a Surf on the Melmetal, which is okay. So I'm gonna do a little bit of chip damage here with the Milotic, since Milotic is kind of dead weight here at this point, but I'm gonna get a little bit of chip damage off here against the Melmetal. I'm gonna get to another Surf right now, throw it against this Melmetal, and then chip it a little bit more. Yeah, so now it's in the yellow, and then at this point there's a CMP tie. A Dragon Tail sneaks through, but at this point I'm just gonna let my Milotic go, and then trust in Garchomp to let Garchomp farm up a little bit more here. And I will have to eat a superpower though, which isn't that great, but again, superpower will lower the Melmetal's defense, but they actually go for Rock Slide there, and they were expecting me to shield. So I'm at 100 energy right now, and then so I'm gonna get this Earth Power out of to take out this Melmetal. I'm gonna try to swap away right away to Gyarados, and they actually have a Groudon, so which is fine. And then the Garchomp does have a move, and it is the Outrage, so I'm gonna actually shield it. So that's actually the thing, the move here that will apply the most damage at this point. So I do wanted to shield that up just in case, again, because Groudon won't be able to really touch Gyarados at all. So I throw a crunch at this Garchomp, and they were actually overharming there, which I'm not sure why they were doing that. Maybe they were trying to get to another Outrage or something, but at this point they bring in Groudon, and they know that they can't win because Gyarados has a dominating matchup against Groudon. So the opponent decides to surrender. Good game, well played to my opponent there. So this was the team that I ran for a little bit. Again, not exactly a meta-relevant team, I'd say, but it was a really fun one to try out, and had a little bit of success, as you guys can see here. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, like I said, haven't really been able to do too much Go Battle League and stuff lately. I've just been in the way and things like that. But yeah, I'm back here with this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and as always, if you guys like this video, this kind of content that I've been putting out, feel free to give this video a like, and also feel free to also subscribe to my channel to check out some more of my content, which includes Pokemon Go and other things like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.